NFM Radio.
Gunman who's depending on his gun. Heaven have that man who shoots his other brother down. Heaven have the brother who's always on the run. Yeah, heaven help us all. Heaven help us all. Heaven help us all. Help us all. Hear me when I call. Heaven help us all. Heaven help us all. Heaven help us all. How can you be so ungrateful after all that God has done for you?
Welcome to the show. Mansa, Musa, I am ready to rock and roll. What about you? A beautiful Wednesday afternoon, evening here in London. Quite sure whatever you are doing, wherever you are, everything is going on nicely in your life. I gotta say I love you, and I know the response is always mutual. Not to hate each other, living like this. So welcome to the show.
NFM Radio.
And today is Wednesday, so we mix everything up with the reggae music.
Be so ungrateful after all.
Listening to a mixture, variety of beautiful reggae sounds by various artists. I hope you're loving it. Before we get into the jungle of politics, see what I mean?
Out of love and grace, He gave us life.
NFM Radio.
Can live, yeah, but we don't appreciate love, so we'll live in.
Tonight the conversation continues.
No love.
About the man that some people in Ghana, some politicians in Ghana, some parts of Ghana politics claim the man is the weakest link and that he doesn't matter at all. Some people say, oh, we've beaten him twice. Why should we be afraid of him? So Musa, I'm asking, why are you trying to get rid of him? Tell a friend to go and tell a friend to say that Mansa Musa is ready.
And how can you be so rude in knowing He controls your destiny?
Some are taking this lawsuit very seriously indeed, saying that if they dare, I mean, if the ruling party and its people, if they dare,
who could it be now? Knocking on the Rastaman's door.
To use any technicalities to disqualify Muhammad, then there's going to be basa basa.
Who could it be now? Knocking on the Rastaman's door.
For me, I don't, I really, I'm not surprised. I do understand why the people in this ruling government, I understand why so many people wouldn't like the opposition to come to power. It's all about the usual competition or rivalry between 2 or 3 political parties in a country, where each and everyone is vying seriously and do not want the other side to come to power. It isn't normal like this anymore in Ghana. You can feel that the reasons to which the NPP, people in NPP, the government, and these people are afraid or fear that NDC will come to power is that when you have power in Ghana, you have all the power indeed. The power to do everything. And so, imagine Mahama Dems bring back Domilevo or PC appear for it to come and investigate proper corruption. Just imagine. And as it is, this time around, Ghanaians will not sit aloof. They will not accept, father for all. Ghanaians wouldn't accept that anymore. Knocking on the Rastaman's door. To teach you about roots and culture. I tell them how to feel that's all I am doing with those of you who love your reggae music, I hope this is going down well. That's all I am doing with Hey, Mr. Kwesiakwa around today, Mr. One Culture. Then forget that I put them woman up front. There's a time and a place for everything. Whoa, see my tank out. Oh, them fire, them gun, and I tap out. Oh, them boss Gatling. But I don't have no time to mingle and sing. Cause I said I have a messenger to teach you about roots and culture. And tell the mass if you remember, that's all I am doing with Yeah, I said I have a messenger to teach you about roots and culture. I tell the mass if you remember, that's all I am doing with Remember, Central and Elijah, Moses and Noah, Martin Luther King and Marcus too. Anyone should see Mr. What's his name? It's rather King Edward. Anyone comes across King Edward, please kindly tell him that Mansa Musa say, oh, I am missing you, King Edward. King, me too, can't you pee? I tell the man to feel remember, that's all I am doing with I say I have a messenger to teach you about roots and culture. I tell the man to feel remember, that's all I am doing with Rainy days are gone, sunny days are here again. When one door is closed, many more are open. Another rise is born, another king is risen. Rainy days are gone, yeah. Like I say, around 8 p.m. here in the UK time. That's about in 6 minutes time. I'll go to Ghana. We invite a very strong lady, a Keda, Madam Sherry Aite. With my papa gone, she hardly could find a penny. She taught me all the good and brought me up. Sherry Aite is saying that, hey, right now, if the NDC come to power, man nimpa ho ahihye won say, when my door is closed, many more are open. Another rise is born, another king is risen. Rainy days are gone, cities are here again. Whoa. So it's 7:55 here in London. I think it's 6:55 in Ghana. You are listening to Mansa Musa, and the program is Fire Ubenio. Well, not literally, metaphorically.
rugged life, with through some fights just to get a bite.
So tell a friend to go and tell everybody that Mansa Musa is ready.
Sometimes they do me wrong, but by my faith I keep holding on.
My question is very simple indeed tonight. And is that why is the NPP so much afraid of Muhammad? They will say that no, it's not true. We are not afraid. Well, if you are not afraid, why do you want to get rid of him?
NFM Radio.
Life for them seems so hard, they don't know where to turn with lessons that they need to learn. Give praise to Rastafari, and all praises unto God. Give praise to Rastafari.
This Bawumia case too.
NFM Radio.
So this document that is circulating around town, these documents which shows it is a marriage certificate, and the other one which is another document I saw last week, which states the location or the address for Bawumia at his Kanda residence.
NFM Radio.
And in that document, it lists his nationality as British. Obviously, if that document isn't genuine, Bawumia and his people should come out and refute it. Simple as that. Just saying that there's no truth in everything going about is really not enough. You see what I mean? Because if you bring the right document from the official sources, there are documents which are documented, and that one will show which is which or what is what. From yesterday, even today. So just as people started to interrogate this situation as to the relationship between Bawumia and Ghana and Bawumia and British or Britain. It's me again, if he did, actually he became British citizen some time ago and renounced it. Well, the question we are asking is, when did he renounce his British citizenship?
My heart is willing, my flesh is weak, but still, oh God.
Now that even a birth certificate does not really guarantee much in Ghana, where do we go from here? So imagine that now that the NPP has used the courts and the judiciary with their men only, or their people at the helm of affairs. Imagine if NDC comes to power and they also get their people in charge and they start investigating, going into Bawumia's document to find out, truth and facts. Obey you. As I fall on my knees today, help me, God, I pray.
Tell me if you ever walk the streets of the ghettos them before. Visit, always unsafe from secure the lifestyle of my people. You fail to recognize. Do you know what it takes to get the people survive? Did you ever want to walk us down at all? We hear the comments of the people where you're born. Wonder what it takes for you to realize. So Riverton City get the youth, them must strive. That's why we are kings from with the home in Africa. Once we are shot through road, we are warrior. What we forget all, now we no deliver. Oh, I see a run no take and not this we after. When the money start trying to keep your secret secure. When it start fire, you make it known to the poor. Soon you'll be coming back for more. And when you come full, how will you ignore? Did you ever want to get us them before?
So tell everyone to tell everyone, Mansa Musa is ready. I'm asking why the MPP, they are so much afraid of Baumia. Did I say Baumia? No, the MPP love Baumia. But why are they afraid of Mahama? Somebody call Kranji. Kranji say he's taking Mahama to court. Given that the same Kranji was in Ghana during the 2020 campaign, 2020 elections. So if that time he thought Mahama could contest or was eligible to stand for election, why today? What has changed? It's all about the fact that there's some people behind pushing. Oh, let's probe this. Let's try this tactics. Let's throw these cards. Let's play play these cards. Let's throw these dice. To test waters. Obviously, honestly, I'm not sure, even with such partisanship in the judiciary these days, I'm not sure. I don't think anyone will countenance this. Anyone will countenance this, honestly. It will be filthy.
Them I wonder how we do this, them grow with hate and hunger. Future profit, but as my locks get longer, hidden heart it a twist. No spread no propaganda, cause you can't stop this. Now them I ponder how they get to you, just let them grow with hate and hunger. With the profit, but as we locks get longer, hidden heart it on it. We no beg no fee, no sponsor, so no can't stop this. Just say no about me nation, so me no business. I hold this up in every nation. This you have to do, no man no better than ya. And now we are run the crew. When you coming on 2002, they stand against you and hating me. Them just can't go through, them heart not clean nor free. I remind them so much of who they are supposed to be. I'm of royalty, them lost them identity. Now them I wonder how we do this, them go with hate and hunger. Future profits, but as we locks get longer, hidden heart it a twist. No spread no propaganda, cause you can't stop this. Every man for their own. The fact remains, is shall wear the crown. Get off your pumps and bright step door. Why you have I? This is the Rasta man. This is the Rasta man sound. We are immune to criticism. We know not God, we face the talent and honest the power of love. Now I see you want us to be like a rogue. That's where we can be saturated with all the mud. But now them I wonder how we do this and grow hate and hunger. Future profits, but as we love get longer, hidden heart it a twist. The spread no propaganda, can you can't stop. Yo, them all up. Repatriation. Oh, children of men, how long will you be every war till it don't go vex? Why seek what is wine? Just make it to the east, salvation and desperate. Well read, positively clear. The people in the world keep forgetting them past and them gone astray. Some may burn them every day. That them no love conspiracies at all and never fail.
NFM Radio.
The people in the world are lost for them top class. Never wait, think you're actually there. You're tour, you go back and you are slave.
It is a Wednesday evening, so it is all about the reggae vibes. You're listening to one and the only Mansa Musa, and this is coming to you from NFM Radio, the Sunshine Radio, Intelligent Radio.
Happy tried it one away. Yeah. Them send 50, 60, 70 bacon.
This is quality.
One day. Well then, you see, the people in the West, the one of them gone crazy.
If you go to the YouTube, then YouTube, go to New Face Media. If you go to YouTube, find New Face Media. Please do subscribe NFM Radio, NFM TV. If you have an advertisement or commercials, any trading you are indulged or involved in, anything that you want to sell, bring your message here. Mansa Musa, we will deal with it nice and steady.
When them see me turban, me drop every authority fever be wrong. Bad president, harder never yet wrong. Come with chanting, I have been the black redemption. Wanna careful of your words and the food where you want them. From the youth grow them with that organization. So oil, better wolf is centralization. And Emperor Selassie is an Ethiopian reign in the heart of flesh. From Mount Zion me come for every Israelite. Out of Babylon show me who will step out for repatriation. No cut no more tooth, no bother kill no younger one. So rise and take the stand, you better know if you walk. Selassie is the almighty man, confused not your heart. Them side me turban, conspiracies are talk. Emmanuel so
we are waiting for a response from Accra. A response in Accra. That lady, Madam Sherry Aidi, to come and speak to Mansa Musa. She said the other day that whenever NDC should come to power, or let's say on 2025, they are going to investigate, to prosecute, and to jail all corrupt officials. All corrupt officials. This message has been collaborated by JDM, John Dramani Mahama, who says that when in power, it will not only, or it will not just be a witch hunt looking for crime-ridden people or criminals from NPP. But any criminal who happens to be in his own party, he is going to use the sharp end of the law. It is very important. Some of us, it's not only about tit for tat or revenge, but especially those of us living in diaspora, we know very well that in a country, in a society, in a system where laws are made to work, where laws are effective, standards of living becomes a little bit bearable. So we want the standard of living in Ghana to be bearable for our own people, so as to stop this begging. I tell you what, the people who ask me for monies these days, I have the hope. You want principle King Selassie and the head, and Emperor Selassie of the vision and the message. I know very well those days, in the 80s and the 90s, and what about if monies were not sufficient? No matter what you do, your monies wouldn't take you far, especially when you are on the salary scale. So imagine what is going on today, or in these days, this present day Ghana. As we speak, about 400 people, human beings, have drowned in the Mediterranean Sea. And nipa baya 400 they've drowned. Some of these people may come from Ghana, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, La Côte d'Ivoire, everywhere. But the African presidents, the African leadership, West African, they don't give a damn. And so they are always laughing and always happy to welcome the white Europeans, with the excuse that they are promoting business and investment. Talking about investment, our vice president traveled with a lot of people came to London to stay in expensive hotels, saying they are promoting investment. Just say, and some Hunusa and Kwasia Samunkwa. Sikadia basa.
Must put you down, burning you with words, power and sound. Yeah, full-time Babylon realize Sizzler is the element of surprise and
what we become from me catch them in métier.
Burning you with words, power and sound. What am I look for? Them not gonna see something dramatic and extra ordinary. Never see I when I clean, only when I dirty. That's why reason of this long journey. I'm someone new from you to be around this. Yo, summertime you have to learn to live with it. I am boundaries far away restrict. Like those who want to kick the bucket. Check it, no, don't like some. Be wise and as a guide. Some can't recognize.
Hey, you are listening to the reggae jams because today is Wednesday. So we bring everything, including all the politics and current affairs. We mix it up with reggae jams. So enjoy.
Take my stand, always repeat. Or and I they stand and don't even care. Yo, me not take that from no one. Give thanks, I'm still here. Wanting to see I dead and rot. None of them can come stabbing at the back. Can't get caught by your wolf pack. The foreign and trust that can't relax. Yeah, no, don't like to be wise and a guide. Some can't recognize. Wicked heart must put you down. Burning you with words, power and sound. Yeah, full-time Babylon realize Sizzler is the element of surprise and wicked out. I must put you down.
Sizzler
Yeah.
and the rest of the crew giving you real beautiful reggae tunes.
People smile when they want me to frown. Keep the vibes and I stood my ground. They will never ever take my crown. Who bless, I say no man.
NFM Radio.
Things getting better when they thought it would be worse. Here comes the officers asking for a search. They found no weapon, just only a draw first. But I'm so solid as a rock, they just can't stop me now. Even when they set their traps, they just can't stop me now.
Yes, it's everywhere you said whatever you do, you cannot get me down, baby.
Set up roadblocks, they just can't stop me now.
Mansa Musa with the reggae tunes. Today being Wednesday, so it's all about the reggae vibes with politics. After all, the reggae music, if it's not about love, then it's politics. You see what I mean?
People solid as a rock, they just can't stop me now. Even when they set their traps, they just can't stop me now. People will say this and that, they just can't stop me now. Even when they set up roadblocks, they just can't stop me now. Black people, keep your hands up. Emperor Selassie, I bless them. Burning fire never ends now. Simplicity we used to survive. Men find it difficult because they ignorant now. Simplicity we used to survive. Do what you doing properly, that's the way through life. Simplicity we used to survive. Men find it difficult because they ignorant now. Simplicity we used to survive. Children, open up your eyes. It's not the one bag of vanity in our name, animosity in our name, hypocrisy, not democracy. It's nothing, laba nothing, but stab another vampire, evil lost desire. It's just meditation of my heart, pure and conscious thought. Be overstanding and be smart. Listen to the children speak the word and shine the light in the dark yard. Simplicity we used to survive, made you find it difficult because they ignorant and die. Simplicity me used to survive. Do what you doing properly, that's the way through life. Simplicity I used to survive. Children, open up your eyes. One more day in the struggle. After the bongo jungle. You don't know. Bound a little sugar no pan. Me not sleep with you, no man. Oh, see
meditation. One day things must get better. Don't you go down, keep your head above the water. Stay. One day things must get better.
Yes, one day it must get better. Mansa Musa here. I'm sitting on the captain's bridge. I love the Wednesdays because the program is that we mix everything up with the reggae vibes, the reggae jams. So the story in town since yesterday is all about somebody who now says he claims that he feels that Mahama shouldn't be allowed to enter into the political race at all, and that Mahama should be investigated, what he does and what Mahama should be investigated, when he travels, what he does on his travels. But as for our president and the vice, when they travel and when on their travels, what they do with our monies, nobody should care about that. Rather, they should concentrate all the effort on Mahama.
The rich man's wealth is in the city. Yeah. Destruction of the poor is his poverty. Lord, destruction of your soul is vanity.
This evening we plan to speak to somebody in Accra. She just sent a message that the signal is poor. Let's wait a while. Okay, we'll see.
I want to rule my destiny.
Is not available.
Destiny. Mama, look from when you call me. Destiny. Mama, look from when you call it. I want to rule my destiny.
Right, so the thing is, look, tell a friend to go and tell a friend that Mansa Musa is ready and I'm rolling. The point is, you see, for me, I've said it over and over again. I've repeated myself to anyone who will listen to me, that I feel, in the end, in Ghana, what is termed as the, the final showdown. The final showdown may have to happen. And that is really unfortunate. And when I say the final showdown, I think some people understand, others don't. The final showdown in anything
NFM Radio
or in any activity is the last resort, things to bring everything ahead, and maybe something that will be done to resolve all matters. Sometimes the final the final attempt, will have to come, or will come in the form of, nice competition, or, nice engagement, peaceful, and the rest of it. Sometimes too, unfortunately, like that one that happened in Côte d'Ivoire, that one that happened in Liberia, that one that happened in Sierra Leone. A little bit of it, as we speak, is happening in Senegal. Something that has happened to so many African countries. The final showdown. It's not pretty. It's not nice. But that is the way I see things panning out, things coming. Because the people running Ghana today, they are scared. They are really scared. Sometimes you hear them speak, you hear them making comments that, I'm afraid that Mahama will come. And you see, they explain the point they try to make by saying that, they are afraid that whatever they've done proper, Mahama will come and spoil it. That's the way they want you to understand. But really, they are afraid that if Mahama and their NDC come this time around, a lot of people will not even get salvation from the international community. They won't get, people cannot beg for them to be, freed or anything. Because, with impunity, blatantly blazingly, blazingly. Some people have actually taken as much as they can. Let me go for the reggae music. I need to answer this phone call. We'll come back. Let's listen to some reggae music.
Mama, look from when you calling, destiny. Mama, look from when you calling. I wanna rule my destiny. Yeah, oh, if I please, Jaja make me rule my destiny. Oh, oh, yeah. Cause the way their cards are most, Lord, you have them in the region, in the valley of decision, restraining the Edens with a rod of iron. You know not the destiny of a next man, why hold him? Set him free for too long. I wanna rule my destiny. Oh yeah, I really wanna rule my destiny. Here we call our God. Yeah. Oh, oh Lord, only Rasta can liberate the people.
Yes, obey to me, obey whom you were a friend saying YouTube and also open set ye din come. Well, friend, I will have to sign frame. I will take your call. And Facebook is a bit sometimes we'll burn you more on Facebook for a person you program if it's no more yet the basbasa. And I'm not on Facebook yet, but I'm on YouTube. If you go on YouTube, you will see Mansa Musa there, and we can talk. Let me talk to let's see. This gentleman here on my long phone. Let me see. Or a short haul, but we're friend long phone. Let's see what all this is about. Hello.
Hello, Mansa Musa.
Yes.
Mansa Musa, good evening.
Good evening.
Boss, Pepashona, Apom Etiseng.
Me do Wednesday and I'm a shimmy reggae idia. Obi can mean slow way, mean very way. You see?
Destiny now, born in night destiny as I'm your Baba.
You see.
Yeah. I'm a tune. I'm a full say a job crowd in the studio because then I reggae no I'm a interruptions. We are. Then I say, I'm a fan check a CMA, the tea for more mania dajia. Or my tuning in and I will be tuning because your man, I will home one. I in you know, all say the last, what kind of countdown, last show.
Oh, the last showdown.
And the last
show. Oh, the final showdown. That's how I put it. The final showdown, which is unfortunate, really, but it may happen because me no time ya account. I don't see how. So me come on and ka dear pa na mama say we menya butre na hand over power. Hey.
Mansa Musa say what can na asem we say and then you didn't come more as activists on the street, you know, you didn't come say will be a mind to fix it, you know, yes, say Nansania fix it. You know, you need sound common no. Send ye de bia me no mu ne ye dwene no. Ana send ye wun ni mu no me dakra na onyane me anu nko ne ade o madwene mu. And the MPP at the Kufuado or ma prepare grounds not for the final showdown. Now, because of the professionalism of the men in uniform, no, any normal being team. In fact, I can tell you, so they are not even happy with what is going on in Tinoma hold on, including some of the people are okay. You're more see, and I say, Papa, point to warm. By the time I in a man for tenants in Sonny engine and I in Sibian.
NFM Radio.
Omukrom, they have refused or more. Now, ocean ye costly were ye my more. And then they have the Wawaka. It was 2029 can crunch anchor who went to me on court. One court, uncle tested law, no, or the waters say, if indeed His Excellency, the incoming and former President John Dramani Mahama, are qualified and as a constitution allow them say if anything obetumi asan contest it na me na ya na sebe nsem bi ya na nyansa ni mu na ya na me pese ke be waste time on so na udwene ho a Mansa me no me nti ase da we ense nka wo crowd ye won't ase you just would not get to the bottom of it. It just doesn't make sense. It tells you say sebe ejebi shit na asa what transphobia be no den or even more me afa so eno ho apprepare no moye are we sebe yenim nyansa yenim nyansa wo hwede o man ye o man ya bebia o man Ghana ye dru se ye gina he ya ye kase na ye ti ho ye kase Mansa Musa or say a chance yet prepare for the final showdown. What can yes, we have to let our people know say we have to at a point we have to get there. I mean the French had their revolution. I unfortunately said the 1979-81 revolutions led by His Excellency the late President Jerry Rawlings could not adequately change the mindset of our people. Other than that, and then when you go to Kigali, when you go to Rwanda, or more experience with whatever happened to them, where they lost almost 1 million human beings within 3 months. Well, this was an international crime. It was orchestrated. In fact, the CIA knew about it. And then, sure. We pride ourselves say one of the cleanest cities in the world. When Trump was in power, Paul Kagame refused to do business with America. A whole lot. When we want to go into the economic indices, are fantastic. Baby, so yes, some of us might lose our lives, and we definitely lose our lives in the struggle to see our country blossom. But we have to get to the final showdown. And now Ghana, Sebe, Manusi Sunaso, Ushe MP before flag bearership race, or Mukwe no be second in Japan. I say, or no super so ye president, chief. We have to sit and think. This is a manner, what's not radio, so live radio and television. Eka say, former President Mahama ya obamia shino ye best live. He added Lieutenant Colonel, I might get his wrong that's on a command Bavlulati. And your former national in fact and your current national chairman this is a man who sat on radio and insulted judges. The judges are part of your governance structure. This is a man who has been caught on tape. What Supreme Court or say High Court or Appeals Court would the judges attempt. This is a man would display a friend is saying Ahmed Swali picture.
If you say display now, oh say Sebia Obia on this money be and now say Obia no Obia in done so now say nipa kran fan say nipa kran ye musician and now so ye comedian and now footballer be now display the picture and no can display Matthias we no he exposed him. Because such a person, now on per se, ne picture, ni phone, obi abe who say me ne frame ya maswale no. Obi no on per se obi who say ni di cry ya maswale bia or ko baby cry or friend who be. So ho, enti no display no e ho no betwa say or expose no dangerously.
Okay,
you
or expose and live juma wo ye.
You.
Nina bitu just say ye mununku a obehia no bia abonuku no bia obetua sabi ebi madwene mu no they think money is everything, but Ahmed Swale, irrespective of how you perceive the works with Tiger Eye they were doing society that would say omo no mo ekun ketashes say any proye irrespective of how we perceive it. And then papa we Ghana na we are talking about Kwame Nkrumah's Ghana. This man goes around not only parading as a parrot, but whichever adjective I'll be describing it be as a into a man. Now for say Ghana na and I said it. Mansa Musa 2016 somewhere in September. I was part of the National Democratic Congress communication team, official one, and Eastern FM. Now, me can send be about Kufuado regarding chiefs. Me can say papa ye two abamana ye chief stand institution will suffer. Mansa Musa, has it not? The paramount chief of Free Flower, when he was on Kwame's first Kwame Peace FM show, when the man sent in a message and I said Kwame Sefaka Kofa question me will say whatever from Ghana Web will be said Kufuado. Because no, could he have said this to Dr. The many times I was disrespectful to him for the meeting come once. Now say we'll see a born national anthem. It's a Nipa now, sorry. Does that show patriotism? Excuse me, has he thought about the numerous lives that people have lost because he has not been responsive as a president and as a government who needs to take the social contract a month for sign seriously? When how a choir or no why any region within that small enclave will keep Chebios a Kibino. Why what they are 1 year they did that month for accident? Has anybody complained? It Mansa Musa sad for country to do this. No, well, we can say perhaps a be up a month 14 income, but it's much ado about nothing. But I am telling you, senior, if the Supreme Court or wherever this suit now calling us for no, ideally, may not mean come once because Sabi, pardon my language, and Pasum Pacho a Jimmy Kakra. Judge crowd better not say we should crop and some to wash and then or the way outright no say bogu baby. But may catch show says no one see. No, your imagine said they will play with the destiny of a great nation when people will lose opportunities because we have had this kind of people are or my imagine say or mine the omudia they are so special per the SAR document and nama abonti Japan document which was authored by Ochehne. Mansa Musa, I can tell you say the final showdown will happen. They say you who say indeed omu rule out the your suspicion say omunya we omu be ni who say I dia ampa omu be ye. I say ebi be di ebi nye bi ndidi say ye bet ye be wo ma ne ye be ka say ye manyi suku papa nko wo Ghana ye maame nom ne ebusuafo no be yare omunya hospital and so omunya yare sab bia papa wo Ghana all because say certain group of people feels they are so special omu ye ni omu pe Mansa Musa ene me no ka say Harry Kissinger is that hotiase whoever knows and have learnt and read much about America's foreign policy will credit that man whichever way you want to look at it. We are talking about Ghana and we have the likes of Gabi Ochida as being the brain behind what is happening in our country now. Aren't you scared? Are you not scared? We should be scared. And see, you movie there, Mansa, we are visible. You in display pictures, but we know when we are out there, we are targets already. But I can assure you, say, under the leadership of John Dramani Mahama, whatever the affairs are, no, will come to pass. How or ma pake ye judiciary, how or more deserve appointments in some of these state-owned institutions are assessing kabua and more productivity cost ni nisika ni edition ni DBC schools, ye DBA hospitals, ye DBA quine, ye DBE insu, ye train electricity ko baby or more so deserve no Mansa Musa. We are going to roll back what the revolution was all about.
We have to roll back the revolution because, as a lot of people have said of late, that the ideals or what necessitated the June 4th revolution is very relevant today. Listen, Comrade Champion Ata, thank you very much.
Mansa,
You. Are you? Medasi Bibre. Champion Ata.
NFM Radio.
On the ground in Yajigege.
Over hills and valleys too. Don't let them fool you. Don't believe for a minute.
So that is our destiny. That beautiful, beautiful reggae music.
You just behaving like they
Coming from all sort of people.
arrogance is.
Sizzla and the rest of them.
I know you feel the same way too.
Even Bob Marley was there.
Live this life.
Today is a Wednesday,
No
and because of that, we play reggae music. You are listening to Mansa Musa.
so much things to
Me dem aka to her say, in the end, Ghana will have to go through
the people.
that horrible something item as the final showdown.
They are with you.
The final showdown that happened in Liberia, the one that happened in Ivory Coast,
Don't let them.
the one that happened in Sierra Leone,
1 minute they don't like you. It's hard.
Rwanda, and most places in Africa. You see the final showdown going on in Sudan. Are you?
No.
Because in Sisieno Adosun.
It's hard.
And then you'll be sorry. Also, Bahama Krano, young Korea court bet me enough race anymore. Now, if anyone attempt that,
Only Rasta.
I think the final showdown will come much earlier. Yo.
Don't let them fool you.
Are they? So is this NPP Akufo-Addo's family alone should take everything, every money in Ghana? Yo. Who is Gabi Ochredako? Huh? Hey, I agree. If you have something to say, call me on the studio line 0208 123 5911 and 07876 251 261. Call me and I will let you speak.
To differentiate, we shall escape. God who protect is greater than great. In all that we do, he holds our faith. Jaja give us strength. Never let I face. No, to live out the greater part of my days. Give us strength. Whoa, Jah, give us strength. I never let
Or seek Jah give us strength.
to live out the greater part of my days.
It is the Wednesday vibes.
I'll make to the corner with a make it.
Wednesdays, we do reggae music with current affairs and politics. So if you have anything to say, just call me. I will let you speak.
It's not an easy
I'm waiting for a response from Accra. Accra.
rose, me say. Who feels it knows. Ooh, Lord, every sun say these blows. I cry, it's not an easy road. How many sick
Mahama said the other time that he knows that his NDC fraternity cannot be said to be perfect. They cannot tell or call themselves angels, and they cannot promise that everything they will do will be perfect and right. But Mahama said they can promise that when it comes to this incompetence and this filth, this impunity, stealing, plundering, blazingly with impunity, this rubbish type of governance, Mahama say, as for he and his people, he is very sure they can do much better. If you disagree, come and talk to me. Then we had that lady called Sherry Aide. Oh, kidder. Shooting from the hip. She's not mincing words at all. She says that, look, if the NDC come, they've come to power. They will investigate. They will prosecute. And they will jail all corrupt officials, wherever they come from, and whatever colors they belong to. You see what I mean? And that is a powerful, powerful message to push along. Ghanaians want to hear this time around, that there isn't going to be father for all anymore.
Because I know that it's not an easy road. I'm in the city, glamour and the glitter, so they think I better rose. Me say, who feels it knows. Woo, Lord, if we sustain these flows, it's not an easy road. I'm in the city, glamour and the glitter, so they think I better rose. Me say, who feels it knows. Lord, if we
Who feels it knows, and that is a fact. You are listening to Mansa Musa. The program is Fire Will Burn You.
You ask me if I
It is the Wednesday edition. Wednesday evening.
I'd rather
So it's all about reggae
mislead you.
and current affairs.
And who am I to judge you on what you say or do? I'm only just beginning to see the real you. And sometimes when we touch, the honesty's too much. And I had to close my eyes and hide. I wanna hold you till I die, till we both break down and cry. I wanna hold you till the fear in me subsides.
I tell you, when it comes to Wednesday like this, I tell you what, I enjoy myself. I don't know about you, I don't know where you are, but I'm hoping that you are feeling, the vibes coming to you from NFM Radio. Mansa Musa mixing reggae jams, reggae vibes with current affairs and politics.
It's a trap within my
I've got a gentleman on the telephone. Let me go and say hello to him. Hello, Uncle Edwin. Good evening. Oh, the phone has dropped. Let's see if we can get him. Oh. The line has dropped.
Calling Edwin is on another line.
Just leave your message after.
Okay. I think the line just dropped. So. Hello.
Yeah, sorry, I was in the lift, so I had to go into the lift, so it cut off a bit.
Ah, you were in the lift and you had to go into the lift. Where were you? Tell the truth. Huh?
Listen, I
You
was going in the lift,
you
and
make
then
some woman
when you
capture
said,
you.
no, I'm
Some woman capture you. The other you're coming to tell him you were in the lift. What? Some woman capture. Anyway, my good brother, my good friend, how are you this evening anyway?
Everything is fine.
Brilliant.
Fine.
I'm talking to a gentleman, he's in London here, and the nice weather, the breeze, it is hot but breezy, so it makes it bearable, and that is different from walking all along through the Sahara Desert just to go and die in the Mediterranean Sea. As we speak, 400 of them, including black West Africans. And so, I don't know, any idea, your leaderships in Africa, they don't care. They don't care. All what they care about is that, investment. They bring the investment, they bring their money, and they chop their money. There you go. Anyway, Mr. Edwin, I'll call you this afternoon. Look, there is a gentleman, a lady rather in Ghana, and she has spoken, and for me, that plain words, they don't come about these days very well, but the lady has spoken, and she said, everybody heard her say, hey, when we come When we come, we'll make sure we'll investigate, we'll prosecute, and jail all corrupt officials, no matter where they come from. And this has been collaborated by JDM as well, that when the axe will fall, it will not fall on one man's head. Every head that will appear, the axe will fall on it. What do you make of this message? Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Hello?
Yes. What do you make of the message?
Oh, me Ghana to chase corruption is a Grunawozi. Because if you talk to my brother who was a former security minister and what's his name? He talks on Kofi TV for a long time. He's a security analyst, and he I can't remember his name. Oh, what's his name? I can't remember. But he goes to Kofi TV and give commentary on a lot of this security. And he said in Ghana, corruption is not by one person.
Yes.
Before somebody will take $1 million, that person his name takes $1 million,
yes,
he wouldn't get more than 200,000 or 300,000 out of that.
Yes.
Million. The rest of the people were about
they share it all along. Yes.
Everybody will get 10, 20, 100, yes. 200, depending upon their monkeys placed by their sizes, as Mr. Sam George would say.
Yes.
So everybody will get their share. When you are prosecuting him, who are you prosecuting? Oh, you're going to prosecute every single. Then the whole system will fall apart.
But at least we have to take them for their word that. At least they are saying this, so we take their word for it there. Let's give them the chance to demonstrate and to fool us again. Or they will demonstrate to appease us and at least change. Because whatever it is, look, somebody also sent me, I know a certain gentleman. He said, well, if these people come, they will be marginally less corrupt. So I told him that, marginally less corrupt is good by me, because any way we bring corruption a little bit down slowly, it will get to a point the country, people can, the life will be bearable. People will not be running away. If you want, and it's okay. Sir, mommy, big question you there. Before you analyze or you say you believe or not, is it a good message? That's my question. Or a good message?
No. At the end of the day, you have a problem, right? And if you have a problem, you have a disease.
Yeah.
Right. You can manage the disease at slower deterioration rate. You'll die.
Yes.
Or you cure the disease.
Yes.
Right, and you live longer.
Yes.
We have a disease where everybody gives a lip service, but because the medicine is too bitter. Nobody want to apply it. It's whoever comes in, right? They will just come and do what they can do, and then they go. In Africa, right? I say this in Africa, very good president who want to make changes. They don't last very long.
No. We all know that.
They die in office. No, they die in office or anything. So anybody who is not prepared to die in office is a joker.
Yes.
When it comes to dealing with corruption.
Yes.
Me, I would say it plainly.
Yes.
And that is one thing that we need to understand. Anybody who says they're going to do something, they must prepare to die in office. Magufuli, I don't have to say anything about Magufuli. You people saw what Magufuli did.
He died strangely. His death was so strange.
The 12 years
of
money, the 15, 16 years of NDC, MPP money borrowing. 12 years, I would say 12 years of NPP, NDC money borrowing. This guy did it in 4 years without borrowing a penny.
Yes.
He did as much as we are dancing with NDC, did this, Akufo-Addo, we're doing flyover. He did it all without borrowing a penny from anywhere. So how can he do it? And Tanzania has almost twice the population of Ghana. He was able to manage that cycle and not borrowing a penny. He did more than both Akufo-Addo and NDC regime have done together through the IMF borrowing.
Sure.
No offense to anybody, forgive me. So, at the end of the day, what are we talking about? We don't want to deal with the problem. And the person who is prepared to deal with the problem, they got rid of him. The rest of us are prepared to say, when the thing gets hot, they say, I remember Akufo-Addo, people were saying, this man will never let him come. He's too wicked. when he come, there's a friend, and there is a rumor that Akufo didn't want Akufo to win because Akufo was even going to jail Akufo from the corruption in his time. There was a saying, and now look at what is happening.
So I understand your skepticism. What do you reckon? What are you saying that everyone should shut up because they can't do it? Or I'm still asking the question that maybe a question. Maybe a question. Don't worry. I'll let you speak. Are you saying they should everybody just shut up and we at our break? Or I'm still asking that is the message a good one?
I mean, honestly, you asked the question, what is the message a good one? What is the good message? Yes. I mean, anybody can talk.
Yes.
As somebody will say talk is cheap.
Talk is cheap.
What did Akufo-Addo say? When NDC come to power, MPP come to power, they will jail this person. What did even JJ himself say? I mean, we killed Awundomi, Amedomi, for going to bank and borrowing 5,000 CDs or whatever it was.
As for those excesses, you see, honestly speaking, in hindsight, nobody is going to accept that. You see, it's excesses in an epoch. What happened those years ago? If we say, I understand you, we haven't learned anything from that, and that's what you want to say.
I haven't finished. Let me finish land first.
Okay.
Let me land first, and then you talk.
Okay.
Yes. Somebody who went to borrow money. I mean, what did Achampon didn't do wrong? Even people, they say, for Wutun Beje Golf. Achampon, the government never, even Achampon's government, the government never imported golf into the country.
No.
It was done by a private company, even I know.
Yes.
Right? Yes, Achampon will deal with, Achampon was a fair man. When people go there and they say they need help, he will direct you to a place. I'll give you an example.
NFM
my own
Radio.
Parents, my parents were here at the time in the Champon's days, and my father took some money to Ghana to buy one of those state housing corporation. Now, my grandmother, not having been to school, every time she went there, the people will pocket it, will promise. Over 4 or 5 years. My little grandmother had to go to
NFM Radio.
You can't speak. This is a woman who cannot speak even English. You call it illiterate, I call it wisdom. If you're answer,
yes.
He went to Achampon, starting Osu Castle. Then the AD camp of Achampon came to her and said, Madam, what's your problem? You've been here for almost all day. Yesterday you came, today you came, today you came. Madam, what can we do for you? Said, listen, I don't want anything. I've put my house, I want a two-bedroom state house. I've gone there, I've put a thing down. These are all the promises they've given to me. These are all the things they've done to me.
Radio.
Me, Abriwa, I big panel. The panel have bribed those people on Yagro. Still, they're playing with me. ADC can't pick up a phone to our friend then. The person in charge at the time in Cape Coast, I think Benasco was there and the other guy was there. Talk to Benasco. Benasco, go and talk to these foolish people. That the next house that come up and this woman doesn't get it, my brother, you've had it. Yes, my grandma was a woman in her 40s at the time. What did she do? What did Achampon would have done wrong? He wouldn't do anything, would have done anything, just justice to some extent. Yes, some people abused certain powers. Some people did certain things which were wrong. And I'm not saying everybody was a saint, right? But let's face facts. We did all of that. And yet, the excesses that people are, even the local man, the municipal, not the chief executive, what do you call the local government, the lowest in the local government, even the money is chopping, is more than what people were killed for. And yet, we sit down today and say, oh, it's business as usual. Our firm psychological pinpoint has to change. I've been, as you called me, I thought I was in a lift. I'm in Central London now. I just dropped somebody from Holborn. I walked with a friend, and I was coming to a friend in Blackfriars. He was going to Embankment to take a train. So we took the wrong turn. I said, let me walk with you. So I walked by Embankment. I was walking by Embankment, the north side. All the way. You see a place, you see a little garden. somewhere where Nipar Kwata Nipotum Tino, all this embankment.
So
right
I can exactly envisage where you are at the moment.
Exactly. You can see
it's a beautiful, it's a really nice place.
What Nkrumah did in Accra, right? For assassin in Legon, all the West Legon areas was for the university. People have sold it.
Yes.
Now you ask yourself this pertinent question. What is anybody coming to power to do?
So if that's the case, what do we do? Shall we?
The fundamental point of how we really see politics in itself is wrong.
So what should we do going forward? What should we do, Ghanaians?
First and foremost, we need to do soul searching.
Soul searching.
And ask ourselves, a Brian way.
Yes.
Where is he going to end us? And what do we need to
I
do
totally understand you. Them soul searching. Do you think that it will come about if there was a final showdown?
A what?
A final showdown.
Listen, there was a final showdown 40 years ago.
I don't think that was a final showdown.
No. The babies of yesterday. People say to me in Ghana today, oh, let the young people take over.
Yes. I say the same.
And I say this to them. In Africa, Africa had the youngest leaders in the world in the 70s and 80s and early 90s. Europe had granddads. Harold Wilson, how old was he?
Yes. So, okay, I'm coming over.
Let me finish. There was no 27-year-old Ghana. There was no 30-year-old Ghana. There was no 40-year-old Ghana.
Yes.
All these people were old people. Yet where they put this country,
yes.
Right? Europe, our so-called revolutionary young people could not do it because Nyansin won't room.
Maybe that is too strong because we had some very young people who really wanted to do good by their people, but they were not allowed. I can mention Lumumba. I can mention America Cabral. I can mention Sankara. Even Gaddafi took over. He was very, very, very young. I can mention one or two people across the peripheries of West Africa. The very first president of Nigeria who was brutally murdered and all those kind of people.
Who is that?
Yes. I mean, those people were, I wouldn't say revolutionary, but at least they were patriotic, to the cause of their people. You see, all of them young people didn't do any. After all, the Nyereres of this were the Kawundes. They were very, very young when they took over. And they were very serious to do stuff. They were not allowed. So we have to give them credit as well.
But okay, and then that is where I come to. One, those young people didn't understand the bigger game.
Yes.
Apart from perhaps Nkrumah, who understood the game,
yes.
And he knew exactly the confrontation he was taking.
Yes.
He knew exactly what he was going to face, but he knew he had to go. And he was spiritually so awakened. And there's one thing people don't understand about Nkrumah. Nkrumah was so spiritually awakened that I don't think people understand the nature of Nkrumah spiritually. And I say this again, spiritually, Nkrumah was on the same level, even higher than Roosevelt and Winston Churchill.
What I read about Lumumba,
yes.
Very simple thing, small history about he himself. He was in the mold, in that category of working for his people in Africa, but he didn't even get a chance at all, so it won't be fair. It won't be fair to say that young people went to my
let me finish. Yes, they couldn't get a chance, and two, they were too young. And when I say young people couldn't do it, one, I'm not blaming them all for not being good or not trying.
Yeah,
but there's more than just wanting to do something. There's more to effect than just wanting to do something. Okay? And unfortunately, there are we have issues as AB before. Before now we have issues.
Yes.
We have to learn to do soul searching.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. And for me, I don't think we have had. Sure they in final showdown because the final showdown, a bini proper one in Rwanda, After that, when you know what they have come down, they have searched their soul properly.
No. You see, even Rwanda, right? Even in Rwanda, I mean, you hear one side of Rwanda.
Yes.
But Musa there, other people have a different,
of course,
understanding of Rwanda.
Of course.
And even though people say Rwanda is, and I understand it from our point of view, and people say Rwanda is democratic,
NFM
others
Radio.
look at it that Rwanda is not so democratic. And I understand that there's a lot of fear around and certain things.
You see, for me, them question democracy, you know. I think a country like, Rwanda has rather answered that question satisfactorily on the other side as well. Because, look, I mean, if you have to wait for 4 years or 8 years for a whole of the system to be destroyed completely, for then the next people will get their chance, what sort of democracy is that?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Democracy, as we understand it, should be, we have to practice it properly, the Westminster or the American system, where it should be multi-party or, pluralism, as they say. Multi-party system. Now, what I'm saying is,
no, listen, I'll get your platform. And Carol Vorderman.
Yes.
Is one of the top celebrities.
I would say they're one of the best mathematicians I've seen in this country. Yeah,
exactly. Apart from that, but
fair enough.
I'm not going to say my name, but in fact, one can work on her figure.
And also, she's very ready for that. I tell you.
I'm not going to. I will send you a clip.
I know. Look. I've seen that clip long ago. I've seen it. She spoke about corruption in this country. Seriously.
Exactly.
But you see, Mamika Seminchro, that level of corruption, relatively, is so bad. She said that Escafono, they are taking everything for themselves and none for the other poor people. No? If you compare it to what is happening in our system, after all, and the last name can be my cousin. I'm gonna handle the social BBR. I'm gonna handle. Just about 2 or 3 weeks ago, 400 free was the cost of living something. Because these people, one is conservatives, they know they are chopping big. If they don't try and cushion the lower income people or the downtrodden now, there will be problems. In our case, the big men, the so-called elites of society, they are taking everything and giving nothing to the rest. This is the difference. But of course, corruption is here. Go ahead.
Now, you use the word elite. You use the word elite, and I'm happy that you used elite. Now, make sure there, Ghana, even Ghana, any leader who wants to do the right thing will not survive. Akufo-Addo, I'm sure in his heart he wants to do the right thing. But will be a warning in there, Master, and will make you disappear.
Yes.
I see no evil, I hear no evil.
Many people will really go angry for you trying to hold brief for Akufo-Addo. Hey, Asamarike, Akufo-Addo wanted to do good, but Obi na Kabibi intina mori ebon. Hey, Asamarike, I don't agree one bit of it. No,
Master,
the guy is crooked naturally. The guy is crooked. How many lies has he told about his education, his this, his that, and you are coming to hold brief for him?
How many lies has he said about what?
His own upbringing, his education, his where he's trained, his professional, a whole lot of things.
Master. You see, here may be a I mean, me can be.
I will give you the chance.
Boris Johnson not today. He's lied more than Akufo-Addo even about his
Exactly. But that doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right.
Let me finish.
Finish.
And I will say that again. And then I also go to say that
a
lot of the leaders who have even come to Ghana
yes.
very few, most of them have not necessarily told the truth about many things. Not all of them, but some of them.
Of course.
Okay. And see, when I'm looking at analysis of some things, I'm not saying that A will baby and now A will baby. But I will reflect on this. Right? And I will reflect on this. Okay? And the reflection is very simple. One, there was a
NFM
time
Radio
when even Oba Besia, Okafasika fi baby ba, onye be me binam, Okafasika baby ba, Oma me baby sende, Bemen and Yinam, how and Yinam.
Yes.
If Besiano does not even work with a man properly, it is going to be Fimpa, Opa, Mami, one Jessica.
No.
You know about that, and he doesn't that. And I remember my grandmother herself, and I used to tell me a story. There was a time, even in Fancy Central Region, Power Central Region.
Yes. And
I am a weddings, I say, in Kurokrasi. Those days, if you're going to marry her, all the family wants you for the one burning there. Bembam, Benjina, Obotum Washibiano, Onion Bermana Bobra. Inti, the Darwin will be Saberman in Pono is to test you there. You can think of the future and save something. Right? In there, those lists, right across Ghana. Why a long list from Tamale to Cape, the coast of Cape, all the way to Bolgatanga to Tehuti, whatever, Cartagena in Morocco. It's become a
NFM Radio.
Those days, you'd buy a ring. You have a Bible. This woman who is going with you, in order for the woman to help you, she needs to have a trade.
You see, my good friend.
Let me finish.
You see, we all hope, we all wish that those good old days, would have stayed with us. But it is something that we are not going to bring it back.
Let me finish. That woman who is working with you,
yes.
Aging a baby.
Yes.
Inti abazi. You can show there. Tibotum da shebisi insa ne bisenza abo. Inti bisenuton provisions are. Met bisenutum ebiena ne
basi.
Inti eja I don't know the ayofo. I don't know Christmas or the bay. I don't know ye baby. Oh my me was actually bisi. Look we bisi obo. Inti also for bibi kakresha winsa. Eja na fachichore. Ye mini bisi nemi. Echina yenye bibiza besiano so wosa beka bibiezi.
Sure.
Mo papa no say wo me papa no say beka bibiezi. Wo besia wo beka bibiezi because bra. We're going to use our ingenuity to create wealth and then we'll share it among the family.
Yes.
That was the core value.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Now no besia na your wedding and show off and spend millions then one.
So what we call core values, it's not going to come back. Look, Abrofun Waka baby, we are where we are. Let me ask you finally. Let's
okay, go ahead. Let me see. Can I say something? You can't in PE. And you throw away PE.
I'm not throwing anything. You are talking about core values.
But let me say something. And this is where I want to, and when I say this, that
you see, I want to bring the conversation to running of the country. Otherwise, we are completely diverting.
That is what I want to say. The core values are gone.
Okay.
It's dog eat dog. It's based on that,
Yes.
It's a relative of the madman in the jungle, who can crucify more people to achieve what they want to achieve.
Yes.
The core caring values which we set, right? And these days, it will be simple and structure. No, they're to iPhone 10 or 20. iPhone I won't be the other fansana.
Yes.
And there was a time in Ghana, you be said, oh, you pay them, you could in a baby. No, I saw you young queen ads in nature. It's fun. You see, before we get to the stage we are, on MBB Sudo, now you do the stage.
Yes.
And because of BBNC, now you do me, you do.
Yes.
And we have to understand what brought us here.
Yes.
And in order to fix the problem, we have to bring some semblance of restorability in place. That is what June 4th was supposed to be about. We've now done 43 years of June 4th. Is it 1979? 44 years of June 4th. And 4 years of June 4th, 40 years celebration. We're worse off, worse in corruption, and worse in everything. Then the situation, have we left Ghana before the June 4th? Maybe Ghana would have been better than what we are seeing today. You see, and the problem of the children of that June 4th, they are the one ruling today. And they are worse than the people they overthrew.
Okay. So,
the architects of the June 4th, they are worse than the people.
Okay, listen, I think a lot of people will share your point. A lot of people will agree with you. Let's come back down to where we are. My question is, people, let's
you have to inculcate some value system.
Yes, very good,
bring some
very
value
good.
System into that's the point. The reason why I pointed out all these
okay,
things
very good. So we have to bring out some values. Some values,
must come into the system.
Okay.
Otherwise, we'll be chewing.
We'll be where we are. So finally, talking about trying to restructure, recalibrate, or reform our system. Let's forget whether they can do it or not, or you believe in what they are saying or not. Do you accept that this time around people don't want father for all, let the sleeping dogs lie sort of policy? They want action. Where do you stand?
The father for all now, that is what saved Ghana.
Okay. That is very interesting. So are you saying that this time around there should still be father for all, let sleeping dogs lie?
Let me say something. Let me say something. And this is where people, and you see, I say this, the failure of NDC in 2016 is because they failed to follow the president's Ateneus has said.
Okay, listen. No. The question, I'm not trying to attribute any fault to Atamuso. What I'm saying is, whatever he did. Hang on a second. Hang on. You hang on. I have to take charge of that. A lot of people are ringing, but I'm more chance, baby. Let me come to the point today. I'm not trying to denigrate Atamuso. What I'm saying in there should be a policy. Which policy? Listen, which policy? No, I won't let you land. Hang on. If LBC says, yeah, into Nkancho, then let me land. The moment the presenter talk, you have to listen. If you listen to interview on Al Jazeera, you won't hear the people say, let me land. They don't do that. Please. My point in that we have to bring the conversation to a conclusion somehow. There was a policy of let sleeping dogs lie. Father for all. At that time, maybe, hang on. At that time, maybe it was good. It was okay. Are you saying that same policy should be adopted today? That's my question.
Listen, if you let me finish, you understand what the policy for all means. Because you people don't understand that policy for all, what was behind it, what it tried to achieve. And because you're all superficial, that is why we are where we are, and we're going to be where we are 1,000 years from now.
So to you, your understanding, exactly. Father for all policy was good.
The reason, listen, let me tell you something. You either govern the nation by a set of rules,
yes,
or you govern the nation by buga.
I will let you. I know you've called several times.
You either govern the nation by a set of laws, or you govern the nation by buga buga. When Atamis came to power, there is a very fact that all the MPP people were probed legally, right? And I know the person in MPP, he's a presidential candidate who won them ahead of time. Everything, if you want to steal the money, pass it through the courts, pass it through here, pass it through here, pass it through there. So by the process of the constitution, you couldn't validly arrest them until you force jail them. That is what people in NDC have not understood. So that is why Tamils put in place that since the system, the governance of the law, which NDC put in place, which is the constitution, was so opaque and useless, let me try to do something about it so that in future, people cannot say, hide behind the law. And that is what they never let him finish.
Okay.
So you have to make a decision. I cannot say to you, I have made the law. The law is loose. You've exploited the law. I cannot come and say to you, I'm going to arrest Mansa Musa because I feel like it. If you say people can come and claim universal credit, and these are the conditions you give, and you know that people are abusing the system, but they follow the letter of the rule, you cannot go and change them.
Edwin, look, we know from people like this man from Adansia Kokre who died, PV Obin, and the rest of them advising the new president at Tamils to handle situations carefully and shouldn't, shouldn't make as if people are being harassed. That was the word he used, though. That even investigating the old regime people was being seen as harassment. So I am saying that maybe that policy was good.
They investigate
Listen,
most of them.
I can say maybe that policy of Father for All, let's sleeping dogs lie, maybe it's good. But I'm asking you a question. Answer it briefly for me. Do you think the same policy should be adopted going forward?
Listen, Craig, you see, the question you keep asking me, I don't believe. Let's go back and look at the facts rather than hearsay. The facts of the matter is that those people were put through courts.
Yes.
It failed through the courts.
Yes.
Simple. So the legal system we NDC put in place was weak. And the same NDC will not allow Atamils to change the law to make it difficult for those people to be done.
This time around, they should change the law when they come and make sure that the law will work, isn't it? Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So this time there shouldn't be any father for all and let sleeping dogs lie anymore.
There was never father for all, let sleeping dogs lie. It was always about the weakness of the system. And therefore the system is fundamentally weak.
Okay.
And because the system is weak,
we've done almost prosecute anybody. Minutes. It's a brilliant. I didn't know we would talk plenty like that, but you've started your... Yes. Thank you very much. I need to move on.
Sorry, sir. I thank you very much
for giving me
that thing.
Big time.
If I lose my cool, understand me.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
Okay, bye.
Cheers. Right. That's Edwin for you. Look, the guy knows his stuff and he stays by his word and his understanding of everything. I like people like that. Let me go to the next caller on the next line to listen to. Whilst I go to Accra to go and look for Miss Sherry Ayite, who says that they will investigate, prosecute, and jail. No mercy. 5888, hello.
Hello, Mansa Musa.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing, sir?
I am very well indeed. Thank you. Yes, why have you called? We are listening to you.
I called because you made comments about your sitting president, His Excellency. Another the Dankwa. You made a comment on a radio that he is very crooked. And I wish you could explain that.
That he is very what?
Crooked. He says he's crooked. He has lied about his qualifications and blah, 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 blah.
Well, he has not been straightforward with so many matters.
If you say he's been crooked by his
I personally read his first CV, which included completing Oxford, before it was later removed. So
from where? Where did you read it from?
Oh, Jesus Christ. His first CV that was published, everybody knew it. That he said he attended what we call it Oxford.
If you say that we were told that just about 2-3 days ago, we were told that the sitting vice president, Dr. Bauma, was a British when he went to. He was working at the Bank of Ghana.
Yes.
The form that he filled.
Yes.
Even he was working here in this country. Blah blah blah. It ended up to be a big lie for all Ghanaians. It's a lie.
What is a lie?
A lie. He's not British.
So what are the documents to prove or disprove what we are seeing?
No,
No. There are some documents. Listen, the documents going around, I cannot say that it is correct, it is true, it is genuine. But there should be other counter documents to refute those. Where are they?
Please. Don't sit on your radio and use any information you know to run it and small people's name. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Did you hear what I said about that particular topic? I said his people should come and refute it if it's not true. That's what I say. I didn't say that everything I've said is true.
This is not media. This is not media. This is not media. Media stand for objectivity. If you cannot go to the source and make a credible source,
Segabo, anything said about your people, you don't like it. I agree. It is your beef. It's your beef. But listen to me. I didn't sit here to say that everything I've seen is correct or everything I've seen is true. I told you that there are documents going around, and that to disprove the documents, we have to have the genuine ones. Where are the genuine ones?
Come on, Mansa Musa.
Where are they? Do you have the genuine ones?
Come on.
Listen, do you have the genuine ones?
How do you persuade anybody that what you have is genuine?
People are, listen, I didn't produce, I didn't provide those documents.
You see anything on the internet and you comment on it.
Listen, I didn't provide those documents. It is going around. So I am saying that some of the documents, listen to me. No, you cannot, listen, you cannot talk me down. I know what I'm talking about. There is a document which shows that, listen, if you are not ready to listen to the presenter, as they do in UK here, you cannot just come and badge your way and talk through. I will let you speak. What I'm saying is, there was a document, the one which is showing his residence, Kanda estate or Kanda residence, where he apparently described himself as British. Now, I'm saying those documents are going around. If it's not true, we need a document to disprove it. What have I done wrong?
You see, what you have done wrong is that document you are using to run your program, how credible it is. How credible it is.
Listen,
anybody can bring this.
So it should be disproved. It should be disproved.
And do this.
Listen, there is a document with Bawumia's signature on it. The signature is in. Look, nobody has disputed Bawumia's signature on that document. Nobody has disputed it. So if that document is wrong, they should bring the proper document.
Mansa Musa. You see, if I have not called you,
yes.
If I have not called you,
yes,
you have had access to that document, that CV.
Have you seen it yourself? Have you seen it?
You see, it doesn't matter.
No. It matters. It matters. And have you seen the document? The document we are talking about. Have you seen it?
Anybody can fake it.
I'm not saying that nobody. Look, it can be faked. It can be faked. Have you seen it?
Anybody can do any stupid thing.
Yes, it's true. Have you seen it?
You run away.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
You have seen it.
I've not seen it.
And you've seen the signature, Baubia's signature. His address. You don't know.
I don't know his address.
Hey,
I don't know.
Our president, you don't know. Vice president, you don't know his signature. Is it also a secret? Hey, I said, Your first president, you know, who is signature, go and check if it's wrong.
Mansa,
yes.
Anybody can put anything there. Anybody can put anything there.
Me say, TMU, me say, Kanda estate address, no, sad document, you know. Yes, you are not signed white one who say, or you're British. If that document is wrong, they should provide and produce an alternative to quell this. Because me no, I can't sit here to say that document is fake. Listen, my program, your friend of fire will burn you. And that's what I want.
Mansa Musa.
Yes, sir.
Mansa Musa.
Yes, sir.
You say Nanado on your lawyer.
When did I say Nanado in your lawyer? Me see, so many of his documents. Mamika say Mincho. Mamika unse. When him say to kwabi koso between Kevin Taylor and Okatechi Free. Me I am my reho. I am my reho. Unse. E wi ase aye wo ho. Nipa bia no wo ya dia na wa hwe chi kakra. Say wonim say documents especially education and ade no eda bia enti say wo be ka bibi na nya correct obi abehu. What I'm saying is say yes, Baumia document be a training fee, but I'm not even talking about the marriage certificate. After the marriage certificate, one point I made the year the fee now what trust say nationality British, no, they should bring a document to prove that that document is wrong. That's what I'm asking. Otherwise, it's fishy. And one day, Sanyamiya Adum Namu free swa. Obin so the lawyers and the judges Babe Guso. No, they are hanading. It is better we solve this problem now. You see? Anyway, before Obekon Mamimbusa, Mr. Crunchy, or say Bahama Kran, and Fanico Court na ye feel race in Muna. What do you think of that?
Oh, it's good.
It's good, wow.
You're testing constitution.
Okay.
I Mahaman qualifier. We are even going to test it. You fancy?
Any problem? Yeah, you are right. But Wufu said, me bo, Mami Busao. I agree with you. We have to test the constitution.
There are some,
yes, Mami Busao, it's good to test the constitution. But Sedi Pano or compete here 2020. So to me, compete here. I didn't all of a sudden half a any so compete 2024. Does it make any sense? Hello?
Hello.
Listen, we can't keep the radio in silence. So, yes, our radio. So,
sorry.
Me say wakaza wabre inti wo de ye fancy ha.
They make an
Ye fancy ha.
So Mr. Crunch no. But I na we never be a church or you we do never be.
Yes.
You also you weak in mind then do you know Mr. Crunch no.
Me matro also patro na o pa also trobi na ka che Mansa Musa say Mansa Musa bon. I won't care. Huh? He's a dimwit. Uti krom ha ama nipa na compete e wo the whole world obi anim so onfumumra. Afa de wo si ono mahama etu kwan a yen hwehwe na kwantuem, yen hwehwe na secret travels, yen hwehwe na nipa na omo bu man na omo hie sika ni di no. Eno de me hwehwe omo secret travels mu. Nipa na omo so sika ni kogu Caribbeans allegedly no. Me hwehwem. Hey, asamuni. It's not funny. It's not funny. Ghana for bread. Share with him. What kind 2020? What kind 2020? Me bo. Me can't say me chow. If you will never do, I don't. No. That is not a justification for you to come and say, yeah, libel me, say, and I say, tell me, say, what I'm saying is wrong. What kind 2020? I need to go on the phone to listen to somebody else.
2020, assembly here. 2020, assembly here.
Pacho wa wujina phone way so pacho jina so mami. Misra wa na me ne Gabo we are now about. Why? Hello. Jina so mami. Right. 2020 so kai say hey phone you ring away. Obi so ring the other side though. Okay. Usu jina ho mami. What kai say 2020 the auditor general before auditor general beba no say na Kevin Taylor report this case say taxes bi agege amounted to 52 billion cedis. At that time the exchange rate was roughly calculated about $10 billion. Now you see scanner system they say a commercial bank then automatically it have to be moved to Bank of Ghana. According to Auditor General, that time, that particular 52 billion cedis, has gone to some unknown destination. Up to date, Musa it's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. Me pesa any bris am now the best race. Hello. What a phone back way so meet hello. Hello. 9227. Hello. 9227. Hello. 9227. Hello.
Mansa, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Speak. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? What is that? Hang on a second. Okay, hang on. It's not your fault. It's my fault here. Let me check for the proper. Okay, it's not your fault. It's me. My fault. That's why we couldn't hear. I fitted the wrong cable. Okay, hello. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Can you also hear me?
I can also hear you. Who are you and where are you calling from?
Yeah, good evening. This is Joe from Leeds.
Okay. Okay, Joe, let's go.
Master Musa Nasa say Gabuni Asimbiaka. Disconnecting no be from Rameka as some here. Namaz say Gabudi and so no. Say you saw how hypocritical.
We are me producer.
You saw how hypocritical
I'm asking you, are you my producer?
Yeah, but the fact is, Nipanoni Asimbiaka.
Because are you my producer?
Master Musa, sometimes
I disconnect him already, but you don't have to tell me. I have a producer.
Yeah, we can be backroom producers because Nimpano
I don't want you. I don't like you as a background. I don't even want you. I don't want to see you at all.
Okay. Well, I am a self-styled backroom producer for my own.
Joe, let's go. Let's go. But before you go talk, 8303 Whiny. Hello.
NFM Radio.
Muda Hojina Homame. Whilst we speak to Joe. Joe, Yanko.
Yeah, Mansa Musa. You saw how
thank you.
You saw Medasi. You saw how hypocritical say Gabo has been trying to to act in defense of things that he cannot even defend. Okamba Umia dear no Kungi. Mahama dear it's good. Let's test the constitution. What is there about the constitution that needs to be tested? Mahama contested 2016. You didn't test the constitution. What tested contested 2020. You didn't test the constitution. This brings about the fear, more and the name how John Mahama Dino Sebi. I so much of a headache to the MPP from Accra to Penina or where people how the name is hunting you people because Mansa Musa Mahama within 4 years and the constitution nature say at this nimpana ako 8 years answer onye eligible. To quote Tamaklu and Anopia Samoka, I say it's hard to enter into the mind of a mad person because it sparks of madness for someone to even take this case to court. But you see, yeah, Supreme Court, everything is possible. Supreme Court and nimpa nine everything is possible. But you see, they will rather invite hell on Ghana if they dare think like they thought in the 2020 presidential petition. If say nimpa nine omina san kokoda sunie ba ko so no mo dwen say nimpa nine no a case aba court no obia sabi we nya sabi nyansa different bia na so mu no mo dwen the same ye be hu de be si Ghana. People think we've been so silent. Look, Mahama had over 6 million people voting for him. And so nobody dares use any mischievous scheme here to say Mahama cannot contest. Until we expect the Supreme Court not to even entertain this kind of petition in its your friend is saying operation, not to even entertain this kind of way. Second Crunchy, this is the bid they have given him to make him the minister, Greater Accra Regional Minister. And yet Nipo or promising his appointment, on country and say Juma won't mean yet. Look, Mansa Musa, talking about Baumia, you see, this is where sometimes, I also have problem with the NDC a little bit. Mansa Musa, she obi in some huno the court. She can crunch in some huno the court. NDC at now, Baumia or British citizenship, we've not been able to test him. Yen Nancy tested the constitution, Yen Nancy tested. Say Baumia whether say truly or a British citizen or a Ghanaian. Now if or a Ghanaian at what time or renounce the British citizenship. Miankasa mako Ghana International Bank website wakwa. Of course, when you go there, you see Misanta, you see Kwabla Dufour, you see the current governor of Bank of Ghana, Nidin Addison Nidin. In fact, Baumia, you even Paul Boating, Ghana ni oko Accra Academy or your Lord, they were hey. Nidin wo. Uko Baumia, the nationality is British. And so the question is, I didn't end this before all this war. How much was it going to take, say, the Assembly to tell Baumia to come and prove whether so a Ghanaian and also a British? Now, Sisiano, and it is even more becoming even more I would say a very fruitful venture for us to vent in when the spokesperson Abeka said Baumia has never held British citizenship before. He has always been a Ghanaian. And so now is even the right time for us to take it to court. If he has never held British citizenship before, on what basis provided that information at Ghana International Bank website one, and which Baumia is that? I think the NDC, you're so lackadaisical. We think politics is like Jesus Christ reciting the 10 Commandments and I say telling us our Father. Politics is not like that, and especially African politics, and even more importantly when it is about Nana Akufo-Addo. Look, Mansa Musa, the issue is that it is not even about the MPP and the NDC anymore. It is about Ghana versus a certain group of family. And that is what it is. Even the MPP as a political party now say Gabo defended because of per se or noticeable, so that sebi kakrana kano yebefra no so no so akwakodi bintino or defend everything, but he has forgotten say Nanado is even destroying the MPP party. Mansa Musa, look, MPP party nana ko form die nimina at that time nimpeti trubi who say yes, these are politicians, these are people talking. Any abronya a wound to me MPP Yewomia. Mansa Musa say Gabo no tiwono, and that wound to me a regional a producing President Kufuor, ne brother Ado Kufuor, Alantremante regional Mufiso, Chema wound to me na Chema ho. It tells you how bad this political party is now under Kufuor. And see, say if they omu bet na ho, na they feel say MPP for intino Akufo-Addo ne nebusia minim baby say Gabodro no so free Sakro Musa said it's a Eastern regional so Ashanti regional I don't know where it is until he can forgive me but say onka Nana Akufo-Addo obusia yi ho na de Nana Akufo-Addo de Ghana sika hwe on ne nebusia na say still that so defend ya I have always said Mansa Musa ye na ye bebre o no bi bebre asen bi obi bebre asen bi ye na ye bebre because ye betna say na say everything there because of our political belonging because of our tribe inti bibia ye be defend ya yade eda ho ewo ye nim na eda asembesi na ye na ye be hu say Ghana say no ebia na abrofu so aka say wo a wo ye bi si say bibifo ye kunkum kofo wa he na aka say bibini bia nkodu kurom ho no me no ye behwe bebia ye bekọ ye defend everything ye ma o mining say ye defend everything ye feel say our so much desire to cling on to power antino asembia nyanyansa asembia ye de bekọ court ye hye bibia chi ye nim say ye friend say ye ma former chief justice wa be ne de nti ye de toko nu so aba ono so ye man another agenda ono so be ne de na kwan bia so ye mbra ne ye ndi power because ye for Bawumia be shame people for kon ne ye bubu party na pre na Bawumia de o ho a o ye pudo we can control him nti no alampo de ye stopping the crowd from becoming a but Mansa Musa the make can say emre beso na de nyame ahye bia so na bedin ebebem de nyame aka bia 2020 NDC in win election no but ye kom omonfa monko 8 years but 2024 Mansa Musa if it has to take say yemfa your life into to redeem Ghana and I'm saying this emphatically say it is no longer about NDC and MPP it is about Ghana versus a group of people a family NFM one family Radio. Against Ghana and no and we are going to rescue and no that we are going to fight for until mama be until no can say or MPP into defend the MPP you can never defend this NFM political Radio. Party what you see here kronoa your mama aye bisi basa
okay
you I also welcome that call but you see me I would rather want to challenge the NDC let us sign a social contract say when you come you arrest these criminals. Me, I would rather want a social contract. We sign a contract that when we come, these criminals will be put in jail. It is not just by mere rhetoric. It is not just by say, yeah, to win political power. No, let us put action into our words. Say, Ghana, for we are no longer going to take people for granted. Criminals in this government needs to be in jail. And that is what they are even scared of. Because me, I know, say, even if Alan Tremantin wins, and assuming Alan Tremantin be president, that there are people within this political party now, this family gang, you know, who will be in jail. And so they are scared. We need to do everything. Say, a new change, Beba. Okay. You can defend for all what you can. You can use all your blood, your energies, and your strength to defend for all you can. But you see, the fact remains to say, 2024, nothing can stop any of us from redeeming the image of Ghana. Nothing can stop Ghanaians from getting that second independence. Now, you can defend all you like, but I urge the NDC to be stronger. I urge the NDC. If someone says, "Si company say ye na ye ntio one pound ye mfa asem no kokota," let us prove whether Bawumia ye Ghana ni and as olusu ye full ani to say na yere na ye hu bebi omufi. Mansa Musa, I yield my time here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed. Now let me go to Comrade Yusuf. Comrade Yusuf.
NFM Radio.
Let's go. Then from you, I will go to DSP RPCC. Myanmar down for 90. Comrade Yusuf, let's go.
I never want to say NFM Radio. The Damasipi or Becca Fire. Now, NPP for 2020 elections now. It's essentially John Mama standing. Who will him say? Or yet eligible to stand. That woman, I think the woman who said, you own to me, and I said, be a desire. Obia would do 2020, one who are named a Kufado. It is already been Nadia. They are trusting. Now, but we are the nationality, no more as a British nationality. And no, your director of international relations, NBC, or Chrome Hanum, Honorable and Secretary. On young international lawyers who are near investigating, but we should be investigating. I was here investigating from here because I had a broken near that paper, who can home back here, who would mean fancy. Well, so we are British citizens, and will have. It should come out. What may Kana accord air. Now the director of international relations would hear and ask you here, when you one country. So on your motion, send me a year friend said, they have the quantity of quiet in the Bako. Amsterdam, near investigating. Because woman, the judicial system, no woman, a hijacking. It will be a court. When we saw microphone or what you got to what, or the water to so. Oh, Egusiaga. This is the time I was here, my international investigations. Near international lawyers, partner, you're supposed to be also here. A friend said, I was here, my NDC who said, because woman at 8 years, for 8 years, woman to move on. Look at the hardship and the economic woes at Ghana. Nanado, all you have to train. So Ghana, no person Ghana. The beer is a piece of Ghana. All you have to send is Zambia for years. Zambia for elections. Incumbent Lucia and Wadama, you see. Kenya, incumbent Lucia and Wadama, you see. Burkina Faso, Blaise Compaoré, Lucia, they say, well, when you're baby, you are Shabako, Cote d'Ivoire, or La Sentinella was starting prepare. Want to be your Konunya Kanama and yes, you see a minute, Tenibesiah. No one dies. You own all the corruptions, almost half a Kirby, Eddie Kakashi, that's almost half a summer trust. Not just like they want to, one person, a man who almost close, all the man this is what they should do. Or start it, more the exit. The exit channel, more easy. The Kakran walk on.
Yeah, that was it. Well, that's what fire. You are listening to the program. You are listening to Mansa Musa. Fire will burn you. So I still have some small time. If you wanna join in the conversation, you are mostly, and you are welcome. That's all. There is a mechanism. After you call this line, so Mr. Nate, good evening.
Good evening, Master Musa. One mama show line with you.
Debbie, unche. What friend be man for ho. Be line we pass with the unche. Abba.
Gambo. Oh, wait a minute. Gambo, the end of the enemy tell pa. Anyway, that's it.
Now, dear Gambo, dear no. When dear Mr. Lee, dear no.
Oh, Gambo, dear na.
Lee Kasasa, na Yusuf say, now go on, Jano being Kasabi.
Yeah.
Anyway,
good evening.
Listen, long time, Akwaba, good evening.
In fact, sir, some of the people who are defending the government in power, Mibisa say, are they Ghanaians and do they have the solidarity for our country? Like somebody like Gambo. What are you gaining from the government that you come on air and defend things that are defenseless? Things that have appeared, people have seen, signed, and then they are telling you that no, if this man has something better, he should bring it to refute the one that is going, because people can say that it's a photocopy and it's being done by somebody to malign him.
Yes.
So he should bring something that is authentic to come. Then you said you are just throwing. Okay, well, I have come to your line this evening to say that our country is going down the drain, not only in the judiciary. Master Musa, are you aware that the IGP is sending people to police college who don't even qualify under the pretext of the fact that they are hard-working officers, but they are all people who identify themselves as NPP people, and they are even stuffing them as senior police officers to come. Are you aware?
Mm.
The agitation in the police that people are not being promoted is because people who are very useless, excuse me to use the word, who cannot read and write, who cannot prepare even common charge sheets, who cannot prepare brief facts before a court, prepare and put a case before court, are being appointed to go to the police academy to become senior officers because NPP is afraid that when they go out of power, those policemen will be in charge to be, shielding them. But they are not killing the country. They are not doing anything to help themselves. They are rather killing our country. They are rather putting our country into the hands of useless people. And every Ghanaian must be concerned about that. Every Ghanaian must be concerned because a time will come. The police will really have coup against their IGPs. It's a prophecy, and then put it down. Policemen will take gun and go to the IGP in his office and then hold him to ransom because he is not. Has made himself a party stooge. Well, you were talking about Father for All, and I believe I was in the service when Atamil said Father for All because the NPP were so fast to cover most of their crimes at the time. This is what the Akufo-Addo has not got the sense to do. They are stealing in broad daylight. People have pointed it out, and they could not do anything about it, but only to clear it. But in Kufuor's time, these crimes were covered legally. So when Professor Mills saw that sending them to court would be useless, he said, Father for All. This time, we are not expecting any Father for All. We shouldn't allow them to use any court to clean their shit. They should pay for everything that they are doing to the extent that people, do you know, my case in court now has been withdrawn. They said, oh, they want to sort it out with us, and we are waiting for them to sort it out. When people who qualify for pension, you refuse to give it to them. Those who have used their pension as pensioners for government bonds, you sit on it. What kind of government is this? And Gambo will come and be defending people like this. Now, the NDC should know that some of us who think that they are the best to govern Ghana will hold them at their word, especially John Dramani Mahama. If he wins the election and do anything like Father for All, I don't think he will run. He will run. He will not be comfortable as he is in opposition. So we are sending this to the NDC that Baumia is qualified to be put before court as anybody. As for sending John Dramani to court, is just they will fail. It's just something that they want to do to straighten themselves. And NDC people should focus and fight for Ghanaians, because even in the NPP, I have NPP friends who are ready to vote against them. So they should they are laughing with them. They are moving with them. Say, the John Adanko that agree. Yebe ya maomu no mo who say. Ye binum na vote to maomu. Na so yebe san ye mu omu efri so. Thank you very much, Masa Musa.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice and script and short. Right. Is it 9626? Hello.
Hello, Mansa Musa. Is it me? Thank you.
I know they hear. Let me see. Maybe my earplugs. Let me fix something before you continue talking, because I can't hear you. So that if I have to adjust this, I will, because I need to hear everything well. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, Mansa Musa.
Now I can hear you loud and clear. Right. Crazy, what's it?
I decided to go into hibernation. Yeah, me and my team, we are waiting for this chapter election to be announced. Then we come out fully. But at least you have smoked me out of my hibernation. Thank you for that.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, good. Good evening. I would like to say hello to yourself, NFM Radio, and your listeners. It's been a while since I came to your station here. This evening, I've listened to a lot of submission. And hello, I'm still there, Musa.
Yeah, you are still here.
Good. I listened to your submission a lot. In fact, I listened to my brother Edwin, and I listened to one Gabo. Now, with my brother Edwin, well, he made a brilliant submission, but Musa, I have huge challenge in some areas, in some of his submission, that he was doing. Some had to do with Atamel's father for. Listen, you see, Atamel's father for. It has a whole lot of issues behind that statement. When he took over from what you call Kufuor, you see, there were a whole lot of things behind the scene, including late PV Obin. So it has a whole lot of issues in there because the heat within the NDC fraternity to go after Kufuor's men was huge. So somebody like PV Obin played a key role. So then Atamel said, okay, then I need to look into the constitution and make sure I review it so that wherever there are lacunas, it is corrected. But my brother was, making a statement, and sometimes, honestly, I differ with him. Myself is my brother. I'll call him and I'll engage him fully on that issue. So I'll leave that one there. I don't want to drag that one. Musa, there was a gentleman called Kabo. He was on air trying to defend this vice president issue. Mr. Kabo, please listen and listen good. These days, those your gendarmes that you were doing in Ghana, it has been exposed. So this time around, we are going to speak to facts. We are getting ourselves ready for the 2024 election. I think Joe said that the NDC as a party, we have at least lie low too long. Joe, I agree with you. It is high time the party wake up and make sure NPP, we face them boot for boot. Look, Mr. Kabo, like somebody advised you, go to, I think, company's website, House of Companies website. You see a reference number 03468216. And the house address which the vice president used was house number 48, Estate Road, Kanda. Like Mansa Musa was telling you, go there. You see the role that vice president played. He was a director then, appointed in October, 18th October 2006, and he resigned on 16th April 2009. Nationality, you see what is there. And stop, sometimes you see the MPP guys, they are good in lying. When you really want to advise them, they don't want to listen. This issue of their lying didn't start from today. It starts from UP tradition to today. So this time around, the party, and this as a political party, should make sure that, look, Mansa, 2024, this election, no stone will be left unturned. We want to play with our leaders back home. As for some of us, you started already. And again, let me say that Asim North is part of our test case. So I want to plead with all NDC comrades who are listening to this program. We should contribute to support Asim North. Any small Yibima that the NDC sympathizers think they can support the party to take Asim North, we should do it together. Because Asim North is going to be a test case. NPP want that seat so that they can use it at the parliament and change that Ghana card business they want to do. So we need to be mindful of Asim North. Seriously, Mansa Musa, Asim North seat, it is a big seat for us as a political party. And we shouldn't joke about it. So I want to plead with all our NDC comrades, those who are listening to your program, at least any small Yibima can go and help Asim North. We need that seat because they want it so that they can disturb the parliamentary system. And we don't have to lie low on that matter at all. So with the issue of what you call vice president, you see, Joe mentioned something which is quite critical. This issue of vice president issue concerning the British, it is in the UK here. If this our chapter in the UK is well focused, it is our responsibility to take this matter up, Mansa Musa, and investigate the matter and get the data and the records. And we in the UK and Ireland should take this matter up. But where is the chapter? Nowhere. That is what we are suffering. That is what our party is suffering. That's why, Mansa Musa, it is time that the party in UK here, we sit up. When the time comes for us to make sure that we choose a leader, we need to choose a leader who will bring the party together in the UK and Ireland and make sure that we play a role for the party back home. This is what we are missing, Mansa Musa. This is what we are missing. So we want to plead. NDC listeners and followers, we know we in the UK and Ireland, we have disappointed you guys. Our apologies. it is time that we sit up. It is time that whatever it is right for us to do to face NPP boot for boot, we do it together. We want to plead with our comrades and supporters here. Let us come together because these guys, they are not ready to leave power. So whatever it will take for us to make sure we bring our resources together to help party back home, let's do it together. Nothing should distract us. The issue of fighting these people politically, we need to have a research team in ground who can give us a true data. Musa, in politics, there is something, we call it vial of ignorance. Vial of ignorance. This is what MPP people are suffering from. They are just taking Ghanaians for a ride. They don't care. Impunity. Even something what is right, when you tell them, Musa, they will throw it back at you. So we want to plead with our NDC comrades, both those in the executive position, our sympathizers, and those who matter. We beg them when the time comes that, look, it is time to work together to fight these NPP guys. We want all of you on board. Because the fight before these people, they are not ready to leave power. Because they know they have Galamsey money behind them. So we want to plead with you, the supporters. Those who think they have JDM at heart, they should please come on board. But with the MPP, Musa, when the campaign starts fully, we're going to face them boot for boot. Myself, I said I'll travel to London. Myself and Wafake, I think we have a match in your station there, and it will happen. Okay? So we want to plead that, look, let's make sure we get whatever we need to face these people. As for the corruption, these people, they've really spoiled the state. The country called Ghana must be rescued, Mansa Musa. Whatever it will take for us to rescue Ghana, we need to work it together. Because the academicians back home, they can't speak because they're afraid. The journalists are all bots. I mean, the nation needs help. We need support. What we can do to save the country is that we need to come together, Mansa Musa. So as for today, my managers asked me to lie low small and make sure that we wait for the announcement for date that this chapter election will come on, then we come fully, Mansa Musa. But however, sometimes we have to come and give you the support you needed. So this Gabo guy, the gentleman is called Gabo, he came and he was arguing with you. I said you should go to House of Company. There is a reference number that's 0. I've given him the number again. The reference number we have is 034-68216. And the house, which house number was 48 Estate Road, Kanda Estate. Those are the addresses. You find all of them there. Okay? So please, we want to make sure that, Musa, we are ready for 2024. Musa, NDC needs power. Whatever it will take for us to work together, we need to do so. The issue of the corruption, when the time comes, Musa, like you said, even if it is part of we, the NDC, who are, we need to talk to those who take an office position and say, look, Ghanaians this time are wide awake. Let's provide the roads the Ghanaians need. The school system that has been destroyed that we need to repair, let's get it for them. The infrastructure that has left in the bush to rot, let's get in and solve it for them. Segleme housing, which is lying and is deteriorating, let's go and fix it. But for NPP, a time will come, they will account for their stewardship, Mansa Musa. Let me assure you, we, the leadership here, back home, when the time comes for us to ask NPP to account for their leadership, they will do it. So rest assured. Mansa Musa, I won't waste much of your time. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. God bless you. God bless your station. One of these days, I think I'll come and take an air time and come and engage you with some discussion. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you too very much indeed.
NFM Radio.
Right. I will have time for one more if because me also be afraid, but you called on the same number Kwesi was using, so it means I couldn't pick it. So if you are still here and you want to have your say, even if you have phoned already and you want to come again, I still have one last shot for anyone who wants to join the show. So come and take it up so that we can carry on. All right. Thank you very much indeed, Matthias here. So yeah, that is it. Okay, thank you very much indeed. Right, let's go for a quick, short reggae music before we come and continue.
What you get in return? The trust is like a bridge people often burn. Start accusing you of things you never.
NFM Radio.
Argue every day, but none of you wanna be up.
Yeah, so you've been listening to NFM Radio, Osie Mudaho and Mansa Musa for this Fire Will Burn You program.
NFM Radio.
What it is it's now 10:05. That means 5 minutes, 6 minutes after 10 p.m. here in the UK. It is time for me to shove off and leave you guys alone. Fortunately, I've been given another 5 or so minutes. So you, the fella who actually, okay, thank you. You wanted to call to have your say. If you still want to talk, okay. If you still want to have your say, kindly call and I will let you speak. Right. The scriptures according to Mansa Musa is that somebody called Crunchy has sued the Mahama. Mahama, whom the NPP people will tell you is the weakest link, and that he has been defeated twice, and that he's no good, he's not competent, and everything. They say Mahama, they don't want him to stand for this election. Look, it's a fact. More NPP for Musro Mahama. A fact. Me maka, you dey fear the man. The man when you dino, when you the listener, then you the shiver like Kakai. Huh? Mahama, if it's the last name you hear before you go to bed, na munya nightmares. Na say be dimochi. I say free airport play mu na be tough form. Just a nightmare na munya. Whenever Mahama's name is mentioned. Now be amosi on that stronger. Ni hunye you can defeat him anytime. Why are you so worried about him? Why are you so scared? Everything you talk, we have to be kind. We have to take it the opposite. Everything. Oh yeah, I'm no. I'm no. Papa sin ubia. NPP for IMF. Oh, papa. Nkwasi akikasa. Ukape no be abegina say man use sa language you know. O mine na mu bunu truka no an man krofo ewu nkrofo ehun kire omo. Be no nyina yeti hewu ye NPP ni. Tell the truth. What's up? So nipa hin ebusa osika from Ghana. Everybody is asking you for money, for help. Some come with serious issues. Obisi makoye operation. Obisi say me bad hospital. Obi me yiri that way. Some may be lie, but people are begging for money. And so no, you wouldn't let anybody speak. Say, and a minimum ayedeno, it is somebody who has created that difficulty. Somebody's fault. Anything I was at stage imu. Because whatever has happened across the world on this planet, whatever has happened, the effect on everybody or on every state, the effect on individual countries, they are not the same. Why? The effect COVID Dubai, the effect Ukraine, what we call Palestinian or any Palestinian for the they are suffering from the hands of the Israel for fun. They are killing them for fun. But the same way Sudan, they are killing people for fun. Only talk about Ukraine. I don't blame the European Union. They said they've built a garden and the rest of the world is a jungle. And no kind, then some people are angry. Sir, European, one of their president, Borrell, or see there the Europeans, they have created a very beautiful garden. And the rest of the world is a jungle. I don't blame him. He's right. Yenkrofone go Africa no ye bush. Omo adwene ye bush. Omo yenkrofo yempedifo go Africa. Omo ye bush. Omo ye primitive. They don't know what to say. Say they see bu mine. Just so mine as wash coat. no what 2 buttons back now what you want to hear national anthem. No, I'm sorry, let's just say hey, who boo mine. That's why the European President, Mr. Bourrell, he said we have built a very nice garden in Europe. The rest of the world is a jungle. It's true. They think they are clever by loading the money and going to hide it. People are laughing at us. We are a disgrace. As we speak, in the Mediterranean Sea, just yesterday, almost 500 or 400. They said there were 500 people on the boat, and 100 of them have been rescued. The rest of the 400 or more, Yamutu. Because our leadership in Africa, foolish, tan, foolish, tan, it is smell. It's rubbish. Our leadership in Africa. It's rubbish. I repeat, time. Last night, Baumia Bejina, UK, say he's coming to find investors, so he has to come to Hilton Hotel. You know how much it costs for that day to run that program? And you know where these people sleep when they come to London? Because the Osagifos trade fair, the trade fair was something that maybe it is done every 4 years or so to invite investors to showcase, industrial and scientific output, display other things, so that you create that avenue for investors to come to your country. Osagifo built in the 60s. In 2023, Baumia Bejina London said, pay investors back to Ghana. They say we shouldn't talk. They are telling us to keep quiet. What the heck? Who are you people? And they say more bong. And I say more, and I say we are crowd. Either you are completely incompetent, completely disorganized in your brains, or you are thieves, you are criminals. Doing it cynically. Tell us which is which. If you tell us which is which, then we can keep quiet. Other than that, we are not going to stop talking. I wish you all a very good evening. Hopefully tomorrow, Thursday, we'll come and continue.
NFM Radio. NFM Radio.
Gonna